Welcome back everyone. Today is a big day for the staircase project because that big wall behind me, it's finally coming out and hopefully the staircase doesn't fall down. So let's crack on. So I'm just going to put everyone's minds at rest, Dad.
Yeah.
So above what we're removing, there is 1/2 inch of concrete render and chicken wire.
That's right.
That's not a concrete wall, essentially, like what we're removing here. And the wall that we are removing isn't supporting the beam because it's only literally sat on the beam probably 1 inch,
That's all.
as you can see here. And it's also chamfered, the beam is.
That's right.
So it's actually not supporting it whatsoever. And you've been a builder for how long, Dad?
60 years?
60 years. So I think
Yeah.
you're...
A little bit.
you know a little bit about what we're doing.
Yeah.
Good job, Yanis.
Thank you, Billy.
You're now in charge of demolition.
Yes, of course.
And everyone else is just standing out of the way, out of, not trying to get injured by you. All right then, let's crack on some more.
Let's crack on.
I'll be out in a minute, it's occupied. So today's video is sponsored by June's Journey, a hidden object mystery game set in the 1920s. But I said I'll be out in a minute. There's no one here. So players follow June Parker, a detective, as she uncovers mystery and solves family secrets. So in the game, you can customise, remodel and fix your mansion and garden islands, a little bit like what we're doing here at the convent. So whether you like murder mysteries, the 1920s, home and room decor, cleaning or just relaxing, June's Journey is for you. June's Journey is completely free to play, so there's a link in the description, or alternatively, the QR code on the screen now. So thanks June's Journey for sponsoring this video. So the wall is now completely, well, almost completely down, and we can't really progress anymore until we've cleaned up, and there is literally piles of rubble everywhere. And the local recycling centre is not open today, it's open tomorrow at 2 p.m. So we're going to have a good clear up tomorrow, get as much gone as possible, and then what we need to do is support the staircase because it's currently resting on 2 concrete pillars. And I don't like the idea of concrete supporting this beautiful staircase. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to order a big, beautiful oak beam, and we're going to use that to support the current joists, which is sort of supporting the landing of the staircase. So I'll put some acro props underneath it for now. Once it's all cleared, we can knock those concrete pillars out, and then we'll support it that way. And then we can figure out what we're going to do with some nice new oak, and it's going to look fantastic. Yes, this section here now really looks like it needs some balustrade. However, yeah, having that made might be a little bit tricky, but we'll try. And if not, we could do something similar to the bottom panels here, sort of an opposite along here, and that will look nice. It will also look quite in keeping as well. So in about 4 weeks or 3.5 weeks, something like that, the sandblasting is going to commence, and Martin's going to come, he's going to clean the underside of the staircase and then all of the beams in this room. And in the meantime, once it's all cleared, we're going to start exposing the floor. And I'm really looking forward to that stage because I'm not sure what we're going to discover, but I'm hoping it's just more and more beautiful granite flagstones. They're not actually flagstones because flagstones are thin, but I call them flagstones. They're more like, they're not really cobbles because they're quite large. We'll just call them granite slabs. Yeah, hopefully they're throughout the entire room and we're not missing some. However, I do have a very large pile of them outside, and it's not a problem if we have to sort of carry on with them if it's missing some. So yeah, it'll always be very nice to reuse stuff that we've sort of saved, especially from the kitchen. When we took the floor up, there was like a terrazzo thin layer and then really loose concrete. We found mainly quarry tiles, and then in some areas there were some of those granite slabs, and we took them all up. Instead of covering them over, we took them up and we stored them outside. We've been using them ever since, but there's also other areas in the convent which has like a mix of flooring. So in the pantry area there's concrete, and then at the same level there's flagstones and then more quarry tiles, so we can always recycle from there, because soon as well we're going to have to do the demolition in the pantry area. And currently it's on 2 floors. You see a few shots from today's video where I've been in there filming. We're making that 1 level, so it's just going to be 1 room, no staircase upstairs, and yeah, we're going to make that quite an interesting room as well. And thankfully the main beam in that room is in really good condition, like this one. And this big post, I'm actually going to replace that because it's seen better days essentially. But I'm actually going to move it back so it's on the corner here. And upstairs, I'm going to just re-talk about the top layer. Obviously isn't concrete block like we removed today. It's about 1 inch or ½ an inch of concrete render. There's chicken wire, and then you have laths, and then a clay infill, and then essentially what we took up upstairs, or took out upstairs. So there's not a huge amount of weight in them walls, and yeah, it's quite structurally sound up there. And funnily enough, the main beam wasn't resting necessarily on the wall itself. It was like that far on it, and it was also sat on the chamfered edge, so it wasn't really doing anything. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm glad it wasn't actually supporting it. So that's it for today, everyone. Thank you so much for watching this video. Tomorrow we're going to have a big clear up, and then from there we'll start discovering what's actually underneath this floor. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.